Hello, my name is David. I'm going to take you through a movement mobility session. We'll be moving all the body, but we're going to be focusing a lot on the shoulders. For this class, you'll need a belt, so if you've got like a yoga belt or any sort of belt that you would wear to keep your trousers up, or a towel will do the same job. You can roll it up like so, and a block. So again, ideally something like this, like a yoga block. But if you haven't got one of these, you can just use a book, or you put a couple of books together to fashion some sort of block. Okay, so we're going to start off by lying on our back. So come to lie on your back and just take some nice slow breaths in through the nose, push the breath down to the belly. Really try to separate the rib cage, and then slowly exhale. Again, nice long slow inhale, try to push the breath down to the belly, then to the chest. And exhale slowly, let go. And again, very slow, long inhale. And a slow, long exhale. Now with your arms by your side, just start taking your head from side to side. Look over one shoulder, then the other shoulder. Just rolling the back of the head along the floor as you take your head from side to side. Just a nice loose movement. Do one more to each side. Bring the head back to the centre. Now with the heels on the ground, start taking the ankles round in circles. You can start to take the wrists round in circles as well. Change direction. If you clasp your hands together, point your toes, so they're stretching out the opposite direction. Reach your hands back, so you're stretching the full front of the body. The toes are pointing, the hands are reaching back. So it's an active stretch. You're being pulled apart. You can give your hips a little bit of side to side movement while you're here. Keep pulling yourself apart to stretch the front of the body. And then relax the arms down. If you bend your legs, feet on the floor, open up the knees, bring the soles of the feet together so the outsides of the feet are pressing into the mat. From this position, use the outside of the feet to press down into the mat to lift the hips. And then slowly lower down. So use a nice long slow inhale to lift. Nice long slow exhale to lower down. And again. We'll do two more. So inhale to lift. Keeping the soles of the feet together. Exhale to lower. One more. And lower down. Keep the legs and the feet in that position. Lift the feet off the ground. Grab holds of the feet. So the soles of the feet together, knees pulling apart. Then I'm going to take my right knee towards my right shoulder, and then left knee towards left shoulder. Alternating from side to side. So the knees come up towards the shoulder, and then switches to the other side. It's a nice sort of movement into the hips. Nice way of loosening up the lower back. Do one more to each side. Keep hold of the feet. Bend the legs at 90 degrees, soles of the feet towards the ceiling, and on the outside of the feet. Then you can start pulling one knee down towards the ground and then the other. So it's just a little subtle movement, just pulling one leg down, releasing it, pulling the other leg down, releasing it. Nice little subtle movement, pulling one leg down then the other. One more to each side. Release the arms out level with the shoulders. You can bend the arms 90 degrees if you need to. Bring the knees over the hips, legs bent 90 degrees. And then let the legs fall from side to side. So I want to do this in a nice, slow, controlled fashion. Slowly across to one side. Then I'm focusing on using the core to pull myself back up. Across to the other side. Have a little pause at the end. Then I focus on really trying to pull the lower back down onto the mat to slowly come the other way. Nice slow controlled movements. Now I'm going to let the legs fall to the side, keep them there. I'm going to bring the opposite arm over on top. So now I've got the legs and the arms on the same side. I'm going to reach this top arm a bit further away and then take it up and over around the top of the head, round the semicircle to this level with the shoulder, and then bring it back round again. If you haven't got space above your head to do this, you can always just open up, straight across, the other way and back over. But ideally you want to be taking the arm around in a semicircle above the head. Again, nice, slow, controlled movement, and then back round the other way. So I'm keeping my hand on the ground the whole time, unless of course I'm having to open up like so. But if the arm's going above the head, back of the hand is on the ground the whole time. We're going to do two more on this side. Reach the hand away, bring it round the top, and back round again. One more. Now we're going to change across to the other side so we can stay in the same position and try and as elegantly as you possibly can. Bring yourself around across towards the other side. And again, same thing. Arm comes round above the head, level with the shoulder, and then back round the other way. Make sure you're breathing throughout the movement. Should feel quite nice and relaxed in this movement. The hair sliding it along the floor the whole time. Breathing throughout the movement. Last one on this side. And then slowly come back up to the middle. Now hug the knees into the chest. You can just make little circles with the knees. Round one way. And round the other. And you're going to rock yourself up to sit. Soles of the feet on the ground. Bring the hands down. Ideally so they're facing opposite direction. Have them by the side if that's more comfortable, but ideally hands facing opposite direction. And from this position I'm going to sit up tall. I'm going to inhale, I'm going to lift the chest through the arms. arch the spine, exhale, round the spine, the other way, shoulders come forward. Inhale, chest through the arms, proud chest, exhale, round the spine back. And again. Two more. Last one. Back to a neutral spine. Press the soles of the feet in the ground, hands into the ground, and slowly lift the hips up into a tabletop position. Exhale, lower down. And again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now keep on doing that same thing, or if I make it a bit more challenging, you can lift up one foot off the ground, lift up the tabletop with the foot off the ground, leg lifts, and then slowly come back down. Other side. Then you can try and do it just on the one hand. Bring one hand up, front of your chest, lift up. Switch sides. And down. Give the hands a bit of a shake out. Come to sit with your legs crossed. So you're going to take hold of your block or your book, whatever you're going to use for this. So we're going to do a little balance to get into the elbow joint a little bit. So you're going to take it out to the side. Try not to grip it because that's just cheating, and you're cheating yourself. So have your palm flat, and you're going to take your arm around in a circle. Try not to drop the block. So moving in the elbow and the shoulder here. Bringing the block away, taking it around in a circle. Again, try and minimise the movement in the upper body. I know I'm moving quite a bit, so I need to work on this. One more on this side. You might notice I cheated a bit there because I gripped it a bit, so I thought I was going to drop it. And then change sides. Don't worry too much if you are dropping the block or the book. It's just good feedback to see where you might need to work on, might need to practice. You can do this in all different directions. You could do it above your head, but for now we'll just do it in this position. One more. Drop the block down. Take your arms out level with the shoulders. Now I'm going to internally rotate one arm, externally rotate the other arm. Then imagine someone's pulling both my fists in opposite directions. So I'm going to pull the fists out. Look at the arm that's externally rotated. Change. This arm turns in, this arm turns out, and I look across that way. So it's almost as if someone's twisting my arms around and pulling them out, wringing them out in each direction. One more on each side. Rest the arms down, give them a bit of a shake around. Bring your right arm over on top of your left arm, hands on opposite knees. Bend the arms up, grab hold of the thumb. Now I'm going to inhale, lift the arms up. I'm going to push, I'm going to squeeze the elbows together, bring the shoulders forward and lift the arms up. Exhale, keep the arms squeezing together, so round and curling. And again. Keeping the arms squeezing together throughout the whole movement. Reach the hands back down to the other arm on top this time. Again, bend the arms up, grab hold of the thumb. Again, squeeze the arms together, shoulders come forward, inhale, lift up. Exhale, round the spine. One more. Rest the arms down, give them a bit of a shake, place your hands on your knees and just start moving the shoulders around, move the spine around, however it feels nice. You can start to get the arms involved as well. It's nice and loose. And then from this position, you're going to roll over on the knees, come to sit on the knees. I'm going to sit with my feet under. You can also always place something underneath your knees, the cushion if you need to. I'm going to take hold of the block again. I'm going to grab hold of the block, arms straight, level with the shoulders, and then I'm going to imagine trying to reach the block away. Well, not imagine, I'm going to reach the block away. I'm going to squeeze the block, then I'm going to separate the shoulder blades, reach the block away from me, and then I'm going to keep squeezing the block as I pull it back towards myself, bring the shoulder blades together. So I'm squeezing the block the whole time, reaching the arms forward, keep squeezing the block, shoulder blades come back. Reach forward, squeezing the block, reach back. That's it, good. And then relax a bit. Get a bit tough that one when you're squeezing the block. Now I'm going to do it overhead. So I'm going to bring the arms above my head. I'm going to squeeze the block, reach the block up for the ceiling, shoulders by the ears. Keep squeezing, the shoulders come down, shoulder blades come down the block. The back even, not the block. Reach the block up and down. That's good. Keep squeezing that block, should be quite a tough movement. And then relax the arms down, give them a bit of a shake around. One more thing with the block, reach out in front, squeeze the block, shoulders come up, reach the block forward, bring the shoulders down, pull the block back. So we're going round in a circle. Squeezing the block the whole time. Change direction. Arms are feeling a little tired now. I'm still going to squeeze the block for the last couple of seconds around this movement. And then relax the arms, put the block down, well done. Now we do a similar sort of movement but a bit looser this time. I'm going to clasp the hands together. I'm going to reach the backs of the hands forward, separate the shoulder blades. Then I'll bring the arms back in, push the palms away, keeping the shoulder blades together. Reach the arms, backs of the hands forward, shoulder blades apart, keep the shoulder blades pinned together as the palms face away. Arms above the head, backs of the hands towards ceiling, shoulders round the ears. Arms come down, palms towards ceiling, shoulders stay down. Palms to the ceiling, shoulders stay down. Backs of the hands towards ceiling, shoulders come up. And then let's give the arms a bit of a shake around. So now lift up to come to sit on your knees. the hips lifted. Place one hand down, the fingertips. You're going to lift the opposite knee, keeping the top of the foot on the ground for now. Reach the arm up, exhale, swoop round, fingertips down, inhale up, towards the other side. Now we can start to straighten out the legs, so I'll straighten out the side, keep the foot on the ground for now. Swoop forward, arm up, foot stays down. If you want now, you can sort of lift the foot off the ground as you do this. Challenge your balance slightly. And then come back to hands and knees. So from hands and knees, you're going to bring your knees so they're underneath your navel. You're going to tuck your toes under, lift the knees slightly off the ground, and then I'm just going to let the knees fall to one side and then the other. Knees fall to one side, then the other side. You can start to lift the opposite foot and hand if you want. So when the knees come across towards the right hand side, the right hand and left foot lifts. If you want, you can start to straighten the leg through, place it back down. Just have a little play around with it. Do one more to each side. And then back to hands and knees. So from your hands and knees, you're going to come down on the elbows. Bring the hands on the back of the head. As I inhale, I'm going to lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling. So exhale, I'm going to round it down, tuck the pelvis under, round the spine. Inhale, tailbone lifts, the spine arches. Exhale, tuck the pelvis under and round the spine. And again. Inhale, tailbone lifts. Exhale, pelvis tucks under. One more time. On the hands and knees. Do a similar thing. So as you inhale, tailbone lifts. Work way up the spine. Chest through the hands. Look up slightly. Exhale. Sort of tuck the pelvis under. Push into the ground, round the spine, shoulder blades push apart, chin tucks. Inhale, lift the tailbone first, work up the spine. Shoulders start to externally rotate, chest comes through, very end. I'll look up slightly. Exhale, reverse that movement. Tuck the chin. Shoulder blades apart, work down the spine, tuck the pelvis under. One more time. Back the neutral spine. So you're going to push your shoulder blades together, bring your shoulders up, push shoulder blades apart. Shoulder blades come down, so I'm moving the scapula around in a circle. Change direction, so shoulder blades together, shoulders down, push shoulder blades apart, shoulders up. And then back to a neutral spine. You can take the knees back slightly. Take the hands back slightly, tuck the toes, sit back towards the toes. Now you can move forward, keep the shoulder blades pushing apart, so I'm actively pushing shoulder blades apart, hands and knees, inhale, lift the tailbone, chest comes through, arch the spine, exhale, push shoulder blades apart, pelvis tucks under, sit back, and again, hands and knees, lift the tailbone, push shoulder blades apart. This time I add a little press movement, so I'm going to keep the elbows tight against the body, bend the elbows, lower the chest down, hips keep lifted, push back up, shoulder blades push apart, sit back. So you can carry on with that variation. If you want to go a bit further, so we move forward, shoulder blades push apart, drop the hips down, lift the chest. To reverse the movement, I push shoulder blades apart, lift the hips up, tuck the toes, again, drop down, chest lowers down, push up, shoulder blades push apart, sit back. And again. So move forward, shoulder blades still pushing apart, I drop the hips down, chest comes through the arms, push shoulder blades apart, initiate the movement back, bend the arms, lower the chest, push back up, sit back. So you can keep going with that variation. If you want to take it a bit further, you can lift the knees slightly off the ground, shins stay parallel for now. Slowly come forward, keeping the shins close to the ground. Shoulder blades push apart. When you can't get any further, drop the hips down, lift the chest. And push shoulder blades apart, lift the hips into a plank position, press down, press up, shoulder blades apart, bend the legs so the shins are parallel to the ground, and then slowly push back. One more time. Again, you can just go back to one of the previous variations, or you can keep on going with this one, keeping the shins close to the ground to start with. Can't get any further forward, drop the hips, chest comes through. Shoulder blades push apart. Lift the hips up to a plank. Slowly come down. Slowly press up. And then push back to downward dog. You start walking out one heel and the other. If I'm downward dog, you can start to slightly lift the right foot and the left hand, and then change, slightly lift the left foot and right hand. So opposite hands and feet. And you're only lifting them slightly off the ground, as close as you can get them to the ground without touching. So we want to avoid the legs lifting right up and our hands like this. Should hardly be able to tell. Now if you inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose. Inhale, lift it back. Exhale, knee towards opposite elbow. Go back. Knee towards elbow on the same side. Inhale back. Knee towards nose. Push shoulder blades apart to give yourself more room to step that foot through. Drop the back knee down. Inhale up into a low lunge. Bring the hands on the hips. Push hips forward, pelvis tucks under. Hands clasped behind the back. Keep them close to the back to start with. Start engaging the muscles around the chest. Tension the chest. Bring the shoulders back. Release the hands. Reach forward, backs of hands together. Hands come back, clasp them together. Tense the chest and shoulders. Push the chest forward. Keep that pelvis tucking under. One more time. I like to press this back knee down on the ground and bring it forward as well at the same time. Hands reach forward. Come up to sit. Clasp your hands together. Keep your elbows in line with the shoulders. And just a little twist in both directions. One more in each direction. Arms above the head. Tuck the back toes. And add a little pulsing movement. Up and down. Kind of open up to face the wide part of the mat. Bend the knees down, bend the arms. Turn around the other way. Hands come down. Step back to downward dog. Again, from downward dog, start lifting opposite hands and feet. And inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale back. Exhale, knee towards opposite elbow. Inhale back. Knee towards elbow on the same side. Inhale back. Knee towards nose. Again, push shoulder blades apart to create more room for the front foot to press down. Drop the back knee up into your lunge. Scoop the pelvis under. I like to press the back knee down into the ground, actively and forward in that sort of direction. Now bring the hands behind. Arms against the back to start with. Pelvis tucked under. Tense the chest, arms come back. Relax the hands. Reach forward, backs the hands together. Hands come back, clasp together. Reach back. Reach the arms forward. One more time. Come up, sips and come up straight. Hands together. Elbows in line with the shoulders. Twist in both directions. One more to each side. Hands above the head. Back toes tucked under. A pulsing movement up and down. Open up to your horse stance. And then slowly shuffle the feet together. Give your arms a bit of a shake, well done. So you're going to grab your belt or your towel. And you're going to hold it just slightly greater than shoulder width apart. You're going to bring the belt up above your head. So I'll just come down at my knees now so you can see what I'm going to do. I think I'm out of shot when I'm standing up. So with the shoulders slightly forward, arms starting slightly forward, I'm going to pull the belt apart. With the belt pulling apart, I'm going to start pulling the arms back, behind my head as far as I can comfortably. And then relax and bring it back. So I'm avoiding pushing the hips forward and leaning the chest back. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep body straight, pull the belt apart as I pull the arms back. And then forward again. Now bring the belt up above your head. Again, try and pull the belt apart. So lean up and over towards one side and then across towards the other side. Keep pulling the belt apart. Make sure you breathe throughout the movement, even though we've got a tension on with pulling the belt apart. And make sure you're breathing. One more to each side. Give your arms a bit of a rest. We're going to pull the belt above the head again, one last time. So arms come above the head, again I go on my knees so you can see what I'm going to do now. So you can stay standing up or you can come on your knees, whatever feels more comfortable. Pull the belt apart and just slowly bending the arms and pulling the belt down behind. And then slowly keep pulling the belt apart. I was tempting to go fast. My arms are shaking right now, above the head. So you want to try and avoid jutting the head forward like so to get the belt behind. If you can't get the belt behind without jutting the head forward, just come down as far as you can and then belt again. If you can, you bring the arm slightly behind, keep the belt pulling apart, bring it down behind the head. And up. One more time. And then place the belt down. Well done, give the arms a bit of a shake around. Nice and relaxed, little bend in the knees, just start throwing the arms back behind you. It's a really nice way to open up the top of the rib cage. It helps with breathing as well. Loosen up this area. I sometimes like to do 100 of these in the morning. We won't do 100 now because it might be a bit dull. Let's do a few more. If you want to do 100, you can pause the video and keep on going if you wish. And now from side to side. So I've got a nice little bounce in the knees as well. I'm bringing the alternating which arms come on top each time. Start taking the arms out to the same side. So let's swim the arms forward and back. Now bring both arms up. You're going to bring one arm forward and one arm back, so they meet at the top. This can get quite confusing. Change direction, or the arm comes forward, or the arm comes back. There's a bit of a risk putting this in the video, so I often do mess this up myself. One more time. And then round, well done. Give the arms a bit of a shake, come up to face top of the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come down, step the legs back. And drop the knees down to start with. So the knees are a bit behind your hips. Now we're going to go into a plank. I'm going to go for 60 seconds into a plank. When we're in a plank, it should be active position. So we're going to keep everything switched on. Then place the hands down. I'm going to tuck the toes. I'm going to start to squeeze the glutes. I'm going to lift the knees up. Keep the glutes squeezing. Push shoulder blades apart. I'm going to be here for a minute if you can. You're going to imagine you're trying to pull the hands back towards your feet. Pull the feet up towards your hands. Nice long neck. Shoulder blades pushing apart. Squeezing the glutes, keep squeezing. So everything should be switched on here. Gripping the mat and pulling the hands back towards the feet. And pushing the feet forward towards the hands. Pushing shoulder blades apart. Keeping the glutes switched on, really squeezing them together. 30 seconds. Keep pushing the mat to separate your shoulder blades. Nice long neck, shoulders down. Keep the glutes squeezing. Keep the hands and feet squeezing together. 10 seconds. To really squeeze the glutes. Push shoulder blades apart. and then slowly come to lower down. Well done. You can place your hands down at the pillow, have a little rest. Take a couple of deep breaths before we start moving again. Okay, bring the arms out to the side, level with the shoulders. So now I'm going to take my right leg, I'm going to reach it back, and I'm going to take it across, close to the ground and keep it towards the left arm. Bring it back round, then the other side. Keeping the foot as close to the ground as I can, towards the opposite arm. Alternating from side to side. So taking the foot towards the opposite arm, don't worry if it doesn't get anywhere near touching, that's not really the aim. If it does touch, great, well done. And now you can start to do the same thing, but you can start to lift the foot higher up. Rather than keeping it close to the ground. Do one more to each side. And then back to the centre. Take hold of your belt or your towel, and again you're going to bring you grab hold of the belt just great on the shoulder width apart, bring your forehead down on the ground, then you're going to pull the belt back, keep it squeezing, keep it pulling apart as you bring it down behind your head like we did standing. Pulling apart as you lift it up. Two more. Really pull that belt apart. If you can't get it behind your head, don't worry about it. Just take it back as far as you can. And then put the belt down and roll over onto your back. Put the knees into the chest, and then rock yourself up to sit. So you're going to place your hands down underneath the shoulders, soles of the feet about hip distance apart. Going to lift the chest through, you're going to look straight ahead, and you're going to lift the hips slightly off the ground. Bring one hand in front of the chest, lift all the way up. If you can get the hips up this far comfortably, we're going to move on. If you can't, just stay here, but if you can, you're going to lift up, you're going to take that arm over the head, down towards the opposite hand, bring it back, and then lower down. And again on the same side. I'm going to lift up. If this is too much for you, you can always just keep both hands down. I'm going to lift up. If you can get the hips square, then you move on. If you can't, you stay where you are. If you can, you reach the arm over towards the opposite hand. Keep the hips lifted until the arm comes back and then lower down. One more on this side. Really nice movement for the lower back, for the shoulders, and then we'll change sides. So start off, you can get your position right. You can lift your hips up slightly, take the other hand up. So my gaze is following the hand the whole time. Looking at the hand, Looking at the hands, it comes over, down towards the other hand, and then the arm leads the way. One more time on this side. And then lower down. Well done. Give the hands a bit of a shake around and clasp them together. Give them a bit of a twist. Now from this position you're going to walk yourself up into a squat. So if you can't get your heels down, you've got a couple of options here. You can just come up you can come down as far as you can with the heels down. That means you're just up in this position, you can stay there. Or you can grab your block or your boot, place your heels down to help you squat down. So it's your choice. So with the heels down, either a full squat, either on a block, or either maybe up here somewhere. You're going to reach the arms forward, backs of the hands together, really reach forward. Now inhale as you start to lift the heels, open the arms up, so you bounce on the toes. Exhale as you drop the heels down and reach forward. And again. Reach forward. Last one, open up, lift the heels. Reach forward, drop the heels down. And then place the hands down, lift the heels, knees come through the hands into a forward fold and then back down again. So a dynamic forward fold. Stay in your forward fold, clasp your hands together behind your back, knuckles for the ceiling and reach the arms back. Release the hands down, slowly come up to stand. Give the shoulders a little roll around. So we're going to come back down in that position, but we're going to come up a different way. So I'm going to come back down to a forward fold with the hands clasped behind my back. So I'll just show you how to do it first. It's purely your choice if you want to try this or not. I can't be held responsible for anything that happens here. Hands above the head, arms clasped together. Now I'm going to start bending the legs, bringing the hands behind the back, all the way down. I'm going to step one foot over, other foot over, and then up. You can come up however you want. I always like to come up. It's sort of a bit of a celebration of doing that. Okay, so I'm going to try that together. So clasp your hands together behind your back, come into your forward fold. Now if you wish, you can just release the hands and come up to stand, or if you want to give it a try, you start bending the knees, bringing the hands behind your back, lifting one foot through, then the other, and then up. That's it, well done. Thank you to Mark at the Freestyle Yoga Project for that one, it's a really nice one. Okay, so from this position, we're going to open up the feet into a horse stance, like so. So good. Now I'm going to go in this direction, so I'm going to take the front leg round, opposite arm pushes forward, other hand pushes back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, both the feet turn, so the feet are both facing the same direction, this way, and push away. Make sure both the feet turn. There's a tendency for people to let the back foot stay at the side like this for some reason. Try and turn it round. One more time. And then stay in the lunge. From the lunge, clasp your hands behind your back, tense the chest, arms come back. Reach the arms forward, backs the hands together. Hands come back, shoulders through, reach arms forward, and again. come up straight, clasp your hands together, elbows level with the shoulders, twist in both directions. Open up to your horse stance, straighten the legs, parallel the feet. You're going to fold forward, or wide-legged forward fold. You're going to take your right arm onto your left leg, left arm onto the right leg, left arm on top. You're going to turn the feet out 45 degrees, bend the knees, come to your horse stance, wrap the arms around each other, hold onto the thumb. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round. Inhale, open arms up. And again, we'll go back into this moving lunge position. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. One more time. Now we'll stay in the lunge. Arms behind the back. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, reach forward. Come back up, clasp your hands together, twist from side to side. Open up your horse stance, parallel the feet, straighten the legs, your wide-legged forward fold. Left hand on the right leg, right hand on the left leg, right arm on top this time. Turn the feet out 45 degrees, bend the knees, hold the thumb, inhale up, exhale around the spine. Inhale up, exhale around the spine. One more time. Release the arms down, and you can just start to give the arms a move around however feels nice. From side to side, open the arms up. And slowly shuffle the feet together. Come down to sit. Hands come down. Under the mat. Well done. Give the legs a bit of a shake around. So I'm just going to do a couple of stretches now, hold them for a bit longer, just to try and wind down. So I'm doing these, we shouldn't really be feeling uncomfortable. Should feel fairly comfortable, these stretches. Just go as far as you can, really maintain a nice slow breath. So I'm going to place the hands down, palms facing away. I'm just going to shuffle the hips forward. I'm going to stretch into the front of the chest. I'm going to be here for a minute. If you feel the stretch into your elbows, it probably means you've gone too far, so come out a bit. So just proud chest, look forward, just to stretch into the front of the chest. Slowing the breath down. Okay, if you're feeling it in the inside of the elbows, maybe just back off a little bit. Try and go back to that breathing we did at the very start with a nice long slow inhale, nice long slow exhale. Let me try to calm the body down now. Just winding down the session. 15 seconds left. And then slowly move out of that. So now we're going to do one for the upper back now. I've seen this one, Kit Laughlin on YouTube did this one, I really like it. So what I'm going to do is going to come to sit on the sit bones. We're going to use this grip, one hand around the wrist, underneath the thighs. Now I'm going to start walk the feet back in, sit back, almost to the point where I feel like I'm going to fall back. Because I've got that grip around the thighs, that's stopping me from that, so I'm falling back on the legs. If it wasn't for this grip, I'd just fall straight back. So from this position now, I'm going to slowly just keep falling back to stretch the upper back. Now I'm going to start taking my head, try and get my face towards my legs. So I've got a C shape in my spine. I'm going to hold this for a minute. Really rounding the spine to stretch the upper back. Again, some nice deep breaths. Relaxing into it. You can inhale, do a bit of a contraction. Exhale, maybe slump out a bit further. So slumping isn't really good for you, but when you're doing it mindfully and for a reason like this, to stretch the upper back and feel really nice. I'm enjoying this so much I forgot to look at my watch, so I'm going to have to guess when a minute's up. So let's say another 15 seconds. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Come to sit however's comfortable for you. Just give your arms a bit of a move around, the shoulders a bit of a move around. Bring your shoulders down. So I'm trying to pull the shoulders actively down. So exhale, I'm going to turn the head towards, chin towards one shoulder. I'm going to keep it there. I'm going to inhale, lower the shoulders down. I'm going to exhale, try a little bit further up on the shoulder. And again, inhale, lower the shoulders. Exhale, twist a bit further. One more time. Slowly across towards the other direction. Inhale, drop the shoulders down. Exhale, a little bit further. Now start turning the head from one direction to the other. So another head up and down. Now take the chin across towards one shoulder. Looking up and down. Other side. Really squeeze the arms down and pull, actively pulling the arms down now. Start taking the neck round, circle around in one direction. Keeping the shoulders pulling actively down. Change direction. And then back to the middle. So that's the end of the session, well done. If you like, you can now come and lie down. Take some nice deep breaths, relax lying down for a little while. I have got a 10-minute breathing exercise on my YouTube channel, which you can follow for 10 minutes if you want to finish up that way. If it's in the evening, I would maybe suggest just having a little bit of relax to finish off. If you're doing this in the morning and you want to leave yourself feeling a bit energized, you can slowly now roll over onto your hands and knees, push yourself back, and then do a forward fold, and then roll up to stand. So it'll twist from side to side. Arms nice and heavy. And then take a nice big inhale. Exhale, just start shaking the arms out, shake the legs out, shake everything out to finish up. And thanks a lot for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.